Hello and welcome back to Wintermute, the narrative experience story mode of Long Dark. And yeah, in the previous episode we managed to get the thing that Grey Mother wanted from the bank. And that meant if we find it in here, got a hold of a mountaineering rope, which is the way out of Milton, so that we can continue. But before we do that, we shall, up at the church, visit Lily. And then head over to highway robbery, loop around and finish extra supplies and maybe even the snare a rabbit from basics of survival. We will see. But for now, let's just prepare a bit and head out. So I hope that you like what's about to come, and I hope you enjoy. Let's see if we can avoid the wolves. That would be awfully nice. Not sure where they are. I don't think they are here. Which is...
Something's gotta go.
good. Yeah, I am on the brink of being overweight. So we'll see how quickly we move after picking a few things up. We also need to be a bit careful because, yeah, there are wolves along the way here. Let's crouch, just in case. So... how do we avoid you? I know there are more than just you, so... but where they are, I'm not sure. I think they are closer to the church. Yep. That is now done. And yeah, if you didn't catch on or saw or anything, Grey Mother was Lily's mother. And Lily, as far as I can like recall from, was a climber, hence why she had the map and the climbing gear and such. And she had an accident and yeah. Let's go in here and see what kind of things we can find. That's a toque. Don't think I need the fleece mittens. I have better things.
Can't have too much water.
Well, you technically speaking can if you can't move. At that point you have too much water. Yeah, so you can start a fire and have a bed. A bed in here so you can sleep. So yeah, this is a fairly good spot to bunker down if you need to. Anyway, let's leave. I don't think any wolves are around. Which is good. Another flare. Yeah, okay, it's good to find flares because flares can be used as a light source, but they can also be used as a means of deterring wolves. So you can chase away wolves with flares. Pick up some cattails because it's actually really good food. I should probably sprint a bit here. Though sprinting makes you very visible to animals. Not just wolves, other animals as well. They can see you a lot easier if you're sprinting. So if you're out trying to catch a rabbit or something and you're sprinting, don't be surprised if they run away from you fairly quickly. Long before you reach them and can do anything. That is why you should crouch if you need to hunt or avoid things. Now, I know that there are going to be wolves around here-ish somewhere. The thing is, there's not always going to be wolves. Just because there can be, doesn't mean it will be. So, you do... But you have to basically go with the mindset that, yeah, around every corner there can be a wolf or a bear. Or a moose. Or elk. If you're European, but nonetheless, it's called a moose in the game. So this spot, I think, is actually pretty good. As a stopping point.
I think I can use this.
Painkillers. Don't need more antiseptic. If you're playing sandbox, normal sandbox, it can be beneficial to take it and then store it in like a centralized base.
Is it food or?
But here, I don't really care. It's not really going to be useful. So, let's take a look. I have a lot of flares, but might actually need... I might actually need them, so I should keep them. The mountaineering rope is heavy, so I should have left it in the house. With Grey Mother. So should have done that, but I didn't. Let's craft some rosehip things. So yeah, this is basically what you need to do if you want to make some rosehip tea. You need to prepare rosehips, and you get a bundle of prepared rosehips. And I might not actually make any tea with it, but I usually pick all of them up along the way just in case, because rosehip tea is a natural painkiller, which in the game, that if you drink rosehip tea and you have a pain of some kind, you can heal that with a cup of tea. So it is good to have, and by preparing the rosehips, they also weigh slightly less. So that is a thing. These kind of fire barrels are really good because they are windproof. The wind can't blow it out. Can't blow out the fire. So they are actually really good. They are not always in like a good location. So you might have to spend like a fair chunk of firewood to make the fire hot enough so you don't freeze. But it's still very good. That is a wolf. Let's move away from you. Move over here where there is some rabbits. Now use like that. Set that up, and I think what is the time? The time is basically midday. Let's see if we can gather some wood. Because it would be, I think it would be beneficial to get some to bring along, because it would make it a lot easier to finish the supply quest to Grey Mother. Here we go. And since we have the hatchet, we can actually break these down. They do take a fair chunk of time, so one has to be careful. Let's go and check the trap just in case, because there is a chance that it breaks. It doesn't catch anything, but it breaks. No, it's still up. Okay, so it probably needs more time. That, or it's not actually going to be able to catch anything. Anyway, we will find out soonish. But yeah, I've been sprinting a fair bit, and it absolutely drains you. So It's a bit worse because I'm heavy, but one should be careful when they sprint, because it's not always going to... It's not always good just sprinting for the sake of getting there a little bit quicker. Especially if it means that, oh, I need to sleep for 8 hours before I can do anything again. If you're low on food, it might have been better to not do that. Let's craft some bandages just in case. And right. I could, technically speaking, make another snare. I think I will not do that. Instead, let's go out and make a fire. And there we go. Yeah, sure. Let's add a coal. Do cooking spot. Now let's cook prepared rosehip and prepared reishi mushrooms. And do more so yeah, from the mushrooms we can make as it says, reishi mushroom tea boosts the immune system and demonstrate antibiotic-like behavior, so you can use it instead of antibiotics. And rosehips have long been used as an anti-inflammatory, and this tea makes for an effective natural painkiller, which can be used instead of painkillers. And yeah, it's on top of that, it also warms you and gives you food and water. Let's do that. And the same is basically true for, let's see where they are. Yeah, the same is true for like herbal tea. It makes a cup of herbal tea, which gives you better rest, so you sleep better. The label promises restorative benefits and a more peaceful rest. So yeah, what it does is actually, if you drink it and then sleep, when you sleep, you naturally gain a certain amount of health back, and the herbal tea increases that amount that you get back when you sleep. And coffee is probably one of the best drinks in the game. Because it's a warm cup of coffee can a warm cup of coffee will restore yeah, as I said, a hot cup of coffee will restore temperature, fatigue, water, and hunger. So basically every single meter will get replenished and restored, which means that your health is going to naturally go back up again. So yeah, coffee is one of the best things in the game. And you can also make acorn coffee, which is fairly new, which isn't as good as like a cup of coffee made from like tin of coffee, but it's still very good. So like make all of the rose hips and if I remember correctly, I did some like general math at some point, and it's actually less expensive weight-wise to have roasted tea than to have the components and the water on you. So it's actually better to just make all the tea you can than having like just water. And because just to highlight, like water, that is, if we drop 0.5, that weighs 0.5 kilos. So, and every time you make tea or coffee or whatever it is, you use 0.25. So you use 0.25 liters of water for each of them, which means that you're turning, technically speaking, turning 0.25 kilos into 0.1 kilos. And that's just the water. So, yeah. However, it is fairly late, so let's see if we can sleep some. And I think we will end at least the episode here, because we're getting there. So the next episode, what we will do is we will see if the rabbit is caught, and then we will head over to the bridge, highway robbery, see if there is a bear and what we can do to dodge it. And then head back to Milton, to Greymother. And then from there, I think we will head to Paradise Lost. That section of the map, and progress. and continue onwards. So, yeah, I think that is sort of what we will do. So here we will sleep and but for now we shall round off the episode here and continue in the next one. So yeah, and on screen you should be able to see the end screen where you find YouTube recommendation and things such as the playlist for the series. So with that, thanks for watching. Goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.